table and the characteristic equation for SR flip-flop is same as the SR latch. But the interpretation of Q bar, that is Q plus next state, is different. For the latch, Q plus is the value of Q after the propagation delay through the latch, while the flip-flop is, that is Q plus, the next state is the value that Q assumes after the active clock edge. Only the difference is this. Truth table and the characteristic equation is same. Now we'll see the construction of SR master slave flip-flop. That is, here it is constructed by using SR latches and gates. Master slave SR flip-flop. This is constructed from two SR latches, master and slave, and gates. This flip-flop changes state after the rising edge of the clock. That means from 0 to 1. Then only it will be changing the state. The circuit is often referred to as master slave flip-flop. When clock is 0, that is when clock is 0, then S and R inputs set the output of the master. This sets the output of the master. At that time, the slave, it holds the previous value of Q. It is holding. When clock changes from 0 to 1, then P is held in the master latch and this value is transferred to slave latch. Then again clock is applied. The master latch holds the value of P while clock is 1. Hence, Q does not change. When the clock changes from now 1 to 0, Q value is latched in slave and master can process new inputs. Now we'll see the timing diagram. This is the timing diagram. Initially here, S is equal to 1 initially and Q changes to 1 at a time t1. Here it is changing to 1. Then R is equal to 1 and Q, or now it is changing to 1 and Q changes 0 to, that is it is changing 0 at t3. There is some delay because of this clock change. Here it is a clock 0 to 1 rising edge. Okay, when rising edge 0 to 1, this master is active. Okay, now we'll be getting master output. When clock is inverted clock Q bar, that means there is a gate delay. And now there will be delay in the output. For the master slave flip-flop, if the input change while clock is low, that is a flip-flop output may be incorrect. For example, consider here at the time t4, S is equal to 1. Okay, that is S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0. P changes to 1. P is changing to 1. Then S changes to 0 at T5. That means at T5 it should change to 0, but P is not changing. So at T5 Q changes to 1, that is Q is changing to 1 after the rising edge of clock. Here the clock is rising 0 to 1. Then S changes to 0 at T5. Now S changes to 0 at T5. We can solve this problem if we only allow the SR inputs to change while the clock is high. When S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, the state, that is here Q, output Q, should not change. That is the actual SR flip flop. When S is equal to R is equal to 0, no state change. But in this here, it is 0 0, here it is changing. Okay, this is what the problem. This is, we can solve this by clock is high, giving the clock. When clock is high, then this problem will be solved. This is about master slave SR flip flop.